So this, to me, shouldn't matter, doesn't matter, but maybe it does matter. The player in the video is the tight end that went to Alabama that signed late.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was him. It was him. And he was a late riser too. And just to, add fuel to that fire, this is honestly the craziest thing, right? He was committed to Cincinnati to play for Mike Denbrock, who is now the offensive coordinator at LSU, who was also the tight ends coach at Cincinnati. So he was the main recruiter. Mike Denbrock has a good, I guess you could say, respect on the recruiting trail. I was told by Notre Dame insiders that Denbrock is a tireless recruiter. You don't always get that from your coordinators. And everything was pointing to Daniel Lewis saying, look, I get to stay at home. LSU's best player is from the same high school as Danny Lewis. Keishawn Butte, they went to Westgate together. They were teammates, and he still went to Alabama. So you do begin to start questioning, and this goes for any kid. We don't know for sure, right? Because I don't want Jimbo Fisher jumping in your comment section. I want Jimbo Fisher coming after me. We don't know for sure if player X got so much money or whatnot, but there are extra factors that we have to consider now, right? There's another kid, Trevante Citizen, who was a really good running back in the state of Louisiana, and it was either going to be LSU or Florida, and then at the last second, Mario Cristobal, one of the best recruiters in the country, the kid ends up going to Miami. So you just don't know. I think now, Mark, what you're going to see is two things in college football. The first is you're going to see more kids wait until February. It doesn't make any sense to not do that, especially if you're an elite kid and you know that a school is going to keep a slot for you. That just allows you to, quote unquote, hold out a little bit longer, see what else is out there. Because we saw with all these kids, there was a lot of last second flipping and negotiations that were allegedly happening with quite a few LSU prospects and just prospects around the country. And the second thing you will see, and I really, really do believe this, is you're going to see more kids do things out of the ordinary. You're going to see more Trevante Citizen. You're going to see more unpredictability simply because it's the wild, wild west right now. So much is changing. And as a player, you have more leverage too, because if you sign early, you don't know if coaches are going to get fired. You don't know what's going to happen. Why not wait until that February period to see how all the cards shake out?
Which is an interesting note, because it was always my thought that this first signing day that was just added about 3 to 4 years ago in mid-December was for the player benefit, meaning that most student athletes, many had provided that feedback that, hey, in the old world, before money was a factor, at least above the table, in the old world, hey, a ton of us want an opportunity to just sign. We know where we're going. We know where we want to go, and let us get there so we don't have coaches bothering us for another 2 months. We can be signed and sealed, and then, hey, still give the other opportunity for this. But you're right. It could be hey, why don't I just hang on to this for a little bit longer? Good point.